Hello, my name is Ray O'Daniel, and in this video what I want to show you is how you can build a business where you get monthly recurring revenue by helping small businesses with their websites. Either building a website, help fixing it, or help adding on to that particular website with additional services. So there's going to be a ton of information in here. I'm really going to start at the very lowest level, like assuming that you have no tech skills, you've really never edited a website, and you know what they are obviously because everybody does, but you don't really exactly know how to do it. So I'm going to start at the very bottom and kind of show you all the pieces that you would need to have in building a website, what you're going to look for, how do you prospect to find clients, how would you even reach out to them, things like that, and even ultimately how do you price your pricing structure to charge people for the services that you're going to go after. So we're going to cover a lot of stuff. This video is going to be one of my longer videos, so probably going to be over an hour total on this particular video. So right now, depending upon where you are in your sort of tech skills, if you don't need the basic intro, you can always skip over that and kind of move to the next section here. But I have created quite a bit of structure in this video to kind of keep me on track because there is so much information. I oftentimes may lose a piece of information, but just to keep me on track, I actually created a breakdown of what we're going to be talking about. Let's take a look at that now. Okay, so just breakdown on this particular video, we're going to be covering just some of the fundamentals of a website. What are they? How to prospect clients and do website evaluation. We're going to be spending a good part of time just looking at different people's websites and evaluating them and then comparing them to what we learned sort of before that in the previous section. Also, when we talk about selling websites, ultimately, you're going to be able to sit back and need a platform in order to sell these from. Now, one of the platforms that I use and I'm going to be recommending to you in this video is a platform called GoHighlevel. So if you don't know it, it's GoHighlevel.com. I'll hop over and just show you. This is the website right here. This is a multi-featured platform really for sales and marketing. It can handle websites, it can handle funnels, it can handle a lot of things. And I'm going to cover, as I go through the video here, I'm going to show you and help you understand some of the additional features that the Highlevel platform has and how you can help sell that and help small businesses out by selling them these services every month. And then ultimately, what can you charge? How much are they willing to pay you every single month in order for these services? So right now, I'm going to scroll down here. You can go to GoHighlevel.com. Now, I will step back and just make a quick plug here. I'm an affiliate for the GoHighlevel program here. So right now, they do offer a 14-day trial on their main website. If you sign up, if you want to move forward here and you want to sign up using the link below, then you get a free 30-day trial. So you get 30 days instead of 14 days to sit back and get this business up and running. And I'm going to show you just how easy it is. All you need to do is get one client, one person to agree to do this within 30 days. And then that person is going to be able to pay for all the software. And now you can start building a business without having to worry about paying for this particular software every single month. So I just want to show you, I'm going to scroll down here real quick to show you what this some of the features here. So this is like a big feature tool. So right now, if you've heard of some of these things, it does have a CRM and a pipeline management. CRM is a customer relationship management. This is kind of where companies put all of their customers into, and it holds the customer, the phone number, all the communications that's happened with that person. It has those features. It gives you a website builder, which we're going to be taking a look at here, and we're going to see some of the features and capabilities of it. It does email, text marketing. It can do surveys. It can do all the things that you see here on the list. But right now, I'm really only going to be focusing on the website and then some of the other smaller corresponding features that can enhance the website features that you can in turn sell to small businesses. But I at least wanted to show you what that was, what we're going to be dealing with, and the platform that we're going to be building these websites on. So I at least want to kind of show you that. So when you see this term right here, GHL, that's sort of short for GoHighlevel. The software can also be called Highlevel. It kind of words are interchangeable with that one. So next, we're going to be covering, just moving on here, some of the add-ons, what we call a website chat widget. This is like a little chat, a little piece of code that you put on your website that allows customers to ask questions and communicate with people in the office directly without having to call them. Now, an interesting statistic, 70%, this is an actual statistic, 70% of all people would much rather communicate via text message than on a phone call. So typically, being able to communicate asynchronously, which is kind of what the website chat widget will allow you to do, people like that. People like texting because there's no commitment kind of thing. So this is what the chat widget does. It really creates a text conversation back and forth, and I'll be able to show you that here. And again, the last thing I want to do is when we get to the point where we talk about pricing, and throughout this video, I'm going to show you some of the additional services that you could potentially sell somebody. Now, if you're prospecting somebody and their website isn't that bad, then you might not be able to sell them a website, but you can sell them other services that I'm going to show you that, again, you could charge them for. So that right there is sort of the breakdown of kind of how we're going to be covering the video here. And again, we're going to be covering a lot of stuff and spending time in detail talking about websites, what do you need to look for, what not to look for, how to prospect, and just how you would approach certain customers regarding their website. So let me move on here. So one of the things I want to go to, just some of the very basics of building a website. So purposes of a website. Number one, provide credibility. If you are a small business or you're any business and you deal with the public or you interface with a public service or product, you absolutely, in my opinion, have to have a website, period. That's just undoubtedly in this day and age. You can get websites so cheap. At certain places, they don't look the best, but you can at least get something that gives you a point of presence. So you have a domain name, typically your business name, but it provides credibility that you're an actual viable business. Some other information that the website should do is provide information to the customer. So if you're out and you try to search for somebody, it could be any service that you've ever tried to search for. When you go to their website, you hope to get information. Is this the right person? Do they provide the right services? So you hopefully maybe they have a section of their website that has services on it to see if that's something that they do, and maybe pricing, or maybe they have like some other areas that can help answer questions. So it should have information on the site and allow your customers to answer all of their questions. And ultimately, what you're looking for is the next one is being able to drive sales, schedule appointments. Your website is your 24/7 public facing, public worker. That your website should always be out there generating leads for you. If you have a website and you don't have the ability to drive sales, to book appointments, or anything like that, then really you're doing your business a disservice by doing that. You should be able to allow people, if you have a service-based business, to be able to book those services through your website at a time that's convenient for them without ever having to talk to you, assuming your website answers all of their questions, or they can get all their questions answered maybe from the website chat widget, and ultimately get them to book an appointment. So that right there is very important. And then the last thing that, small thing, is having a website actually does increase your Google business profile rankings. Now, your Google business profile is, if you ever search for a business on Google and you get a list of businesses, and we'll take a look at that here. That's how we'll be doing our prospecting here. You actually, if you don't have a website on there, Google actually, that's one of the factors that reduces your ranking. If other people have a website, then they put that person above you. So just keep in mind that it is important, if you don't have one, that Google does look at that as a detriment in their total algorithm. Now, some of the other things I want you to avoid when you're dealing with websites here, I don't want you to sit back and try to contact any corporate or franchise businesses. So let me give you an example. A McDonald's, a Burger King, or a Subway, and I know these are food places here, but any corporate businesses. It could be insurance companies, bigger insurance companies that, for instance, that have a certain structure to how the websites can have to be built. Some of these people just don't have the freedom of being able to do the things that we want to have done. They don't have a freedom. They have to have a certain standard, or a corporate sort of entity governs the website, is what I'm trying to get at here. And if that's the case, then you really don't have a way to deal with the owner directly. So just don't even bother with those. If you know they're corporate or franchise businesses, then don't even bother. What you're really looking for is going to be owner-occupied people, or independent owners, and I'm going to hop into that here in just a minute. But the second thing is, I would try to avoid restaurants as well, because a lot of restaurants nowadays, there are very particular websites built for restaurants that allow them to do like online ordering, that integrate and have other connections to like Grubhub and Uber Eats and things like that might interface with their particular websites. That's not really something that the GoHighlevel platform has targeted or has those kind of connections for. So it'd probably be best to just stay away from that, and just stay away from people who do service-based businesses. And we're going to be taking a look at a lot of different businesses, or niches, if you will, niches that you can look at, that you could potentially start at. Okay, so these are just things to avoid. That just don't bother wasting your time on them. So looking for opportunities, you want to find people that have independent business owners. Okay, independent owners means you can call them, contact them, talk to the owner, and actually have a conversation about how a website and how some of the other tools we're going to talk about can vastly improve their business. So that's a benefit. What you're looking for are companies that have no website at all, or they have a badly designed website. And we'll take a look at some of the website evaluations, and I'll show you some that are, that are good, some that are bad, and things like that. But keep in mind, most websites get updated or upgraded every 2 to 3 years. Even if they keep the same information on the website, they like to refresh it and make the website look newer, because they just feel that typically your website gets stale if people go to your website and it's the same over and over again. So anyway, that's just something to keep in mind too, because people who have an older website might want to refresh their website. Even if they keep the exact same data, they might want to refresh it and make it look newer and more modern, and just maybe change some of the layout, color scheme, and things like that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is just some elements of a good website design. Now, again, I'm just going to tell you up front, I'm not the actual super best website designer, and you don't even have to be. You really don't. There are just some core few things that you need to understand, and you as a customer, you probably already understand what these are without even knowing it, because when you go visit a website, these are things that you want to look at, or you want to find out when you're looking at a website too. So number one, having a phone number or some sort of call or contact us or something in the top right corner of the web page. That top right corner is known for what they call a call to action. Give the person something to do. Click here, call, or something like that. Now, if you're doing that, you absolutely have to make the best use of that real estate, that top right corner. That's very important. Next thing you need to have is what they call a CTA, and that stands for call to action. Do something, schedule appointment here, or some kind of button, contact us, or something like that. That's a call to action on a website. So having a schedule now or book appointment or some kind of links that are above the fold. Now, when I say fold, typically when you pull up a web page on your computer, it's not really on a mobile phone, but on a computer, what is on that main screen? What part of the website can you see? And the buttons and everything else need to be visible on that main screen. So if you have to scroll down half the way to get to that particular button, you want to make sure you make it as easy as possible for people to do business with you. If they go to your website and they want to be able to schedule an appointment, you should make it available at the very top of the screen or the top of the mobile app and be able to click that button and show them, here's how you schedule an appointment, and make it very easy for them. Okay? Don't make the person have to search for the site to try to figure out a way to book an appointment and things like that. If you have a menu option, don't hide it, under a sub-menu of your website where you have book appointment. Put the button out there. Make it very easy for the person to see it and click on it and schedule it. Now, your services or products should be clearly listed on the main page. Okay, you shouldn't have to go to another page or anything like that to look at services, although I know that's pretty typical for some people to do that. People just like to just go to one page, scroll down, trying to maneuver and go to this page and then look at services. Oh, and then I need to go back to the main page to go look at this. Sometimes people don't want to go through all that effort. Don't make it hard for the people looking at your website to find the information that they're looking for and then book an appointment. Try to make it very easy. Just make it to where they could find all the information on the main page. If they do want some additional information, then maybe they click on something to go look elsewhere, like if you have a pricing page or something like that, then they can go and look at the pricing page. But all the information regarding your business, your services, and things like that, and even a lot of the frequently asked questions are all on the main page here. Okay, so some of the other things that you would most likely want to have is your customer testimonials on the main page. So this is like your social proof. Now, one of the things is, we're going to take a look at this, but Highlevel, the GoHighlevel platform, actually has a review widget. Now, the platform itself actually connects and uses your Google account for the business owner to connect to their Google business profile. And what it does, once it makes that connection, it's now able to look at all the reviews inside of your Google business profile and then pull them in using a certain review widget. Now, this is a different kind of widget than the website chat widget that we talked about. This is a certain element that you have access to inside the GoHighlevel platform to just say, put all of my customer reviews right here. You can customize it and do a bunch of cool things with it, but whenever you get a new review, that review gets pulled in on your website automatically. There's nothing else that you need to do. Super cool. And typically, you've had to pay for this type of feature in the past. Like if your clients or businesses want to do this with Google, they typically would have had to pay somebody for this little piece of code that would make that connection, where Highlevel you can offer that to your clients for free as just a perk for having your website. Now, once you get beyond customer testimonials, having a contact form is pretty good. People sometimes still want to contact you and be able to ask you a question. So having a contact form is also good to have on the site as well. Just makes people feel good that that's available in case they want to use it. Now, the next thing is the frequently asked questions. The FAQ, as we're going to find out, is probably one of the most critical things that you can sit back and do on your client's website. Having an extensive FAQ, and I'll show you some sites that we've actually have this on, is very beneficial because it will be able to answer questions for your customers that they currently have, but it also brings up questions that they never even thought to ask about your business, and then answer those as well. So they can spend some time on your website looking at your customers looking on the business's website for all the information, and when they finally get it, then they can go up to the top and click on the Schedule Now button because you've answered all their questions that they have, and they didn't even have to talk to anybody. All of this information is just built into the website. Okay? Now, one of the other things that is beneficial is having a website chat widget. The ability to have the customers ask or communicate with people in the office, or I'm going to introduce you to you right now that the GoHighlevel platform also has a feature for artificial intelligence. It does have an AI feature built in it, and that AI feature in turn allows you to communicate and program that AI, we call it a bot, but program that AI assistant, bot, whatever you want to call it, to answer questions based upon the FAQs on the site or a lot of other Q&A that you have. So if the customer has a question, the AI system can look at all of the FAQs that you have, take that information, and then respond back appropriately to them with the goal of ultimately getting them to book an appointment. So that feature is included as well. Using the AI along with the website chat widget and even the reviews that we talked about here, I'll pull in the Google reviews. By the way, that's called reputation management inside of the GoHighlevel platform. We'll talk about that as well a little bit later on here. Now, the last thing that you should have is just standard, your business hours, location, contact information, stuff like that. Should be on your website. Typically, it's in the footer or the bottom section of the website. is where it's at. So anyway, those are just some of the things that you should have on the website, and I'm going to be using this as a basis when we start looking at some of the website designs here shortly. But right now, the next thing is, if you're going to be dealing with websites, probably a good idea would be to choose your niche. Now, I have several videos on my YouTube channel here. I'm with the GoHighlevel platform. I give away websites. I give away, depending upon your niche. I've been trying to build sort of a giveaways that I can help you with this particular process. Now, I've got several on the sites here that you could look for. I think we have HVAC, we have an auto detailing company, landscaping company. So we've got these type of, we call them snapshots, which are kind of like a package that you can just take and simply install, and the website and all this other kind of cool and automation stuff is already there. I built this and I'm giving this to you here. The link is actually in the description below. And once you have an account, you can download all of these. They're free and public to you. You can download all of them, and it's just a way to help you get started. And we're going to see some of these templates. I'm going to show them to you of what they look like. All it is just a way for you to sit back and help springboard you forward to make you more successful, so you don't have to build all this stuff yourself. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over here and go into our industries. Now, when we talk about niches, a niche is really a specific business type. Now, if you're going to be dealing with a certain business type, then that's good, because you're going to get very familiar with what that business type needs and what they should have. Typically, it's a good idea to understand what that business's pain points are and things like that, which is, if you look at my video, look at my YouTube channel, I have a lot of other ones. I already mentioned, like HVAC. There's probably going to be more by the time you maybe even look at this video, but look on the channel. There's several industry-specific trainings where I go over in depth of, here's some of the pain points in this particular business, and here's how you're going to solve those pain points using the features inside of the GoHighlevel platform. Now, for this particular video, I'm really trying to narrow it down and not go like full spectrum and kind of show you everything inside of the GoHighlevel platform. I really want to just focus and show you how you can build a business using just websites as your main entry point into a business. So how do you start doing business with a particular customer? Once you start doing business with them and you provide value, they will buy more value from you inside of the GoHighlevel platform, because the high-level features include a lot more things that the business can utilize to help save them time and effort and make them more revenue, all without having to do any work. And we're going to cover some of that here. I know I keep saying that, but I'm going to show you some of the additional features and things like that you can do throughout this entire video. But a website chat widget, artificial intelligence, these are great entry points for businesses to help just get started and get monthly reoccurring revenue started. And I'll talk about pricing plans and stuff like that probably towards the end of the video. So if we look here, these are, by the way, this is a list of niches that I have in my free course. If you're interested, there's a link in the description below. It's called SaaS Jumpstart. It's a free course where I kind of go over 8 total different ways that you can use the high-level platform to make money, like entry points to be able to sit back and sell to businesses. In this video, again, I'm trying to focus just on the websites, but this list right here, once you sign up, it's free. Just sign up in the link in the description below for the SaaS Jumpstart training course, and you'll get access to all of my training. It has additional stuff that teaches you just about businesses in general and gives you a good background, and then 8 other ways that you can make money with the high-level platform. But this list, if you want to, make some notes. It's been up for a while, but make some notes on all this. But this is available for you in my training course. So right now, some of the niches are chiropractors, dentists, landscapers, med spas. Down here, there's handymen, nutritionists, tutors, dietitians. All of these are specific businesses that can benefit from having a website chat widget, AI, and you're going to see that in the future as we continue to move forward here. You're going to see how these things can be beneficial. So right now, I'm going to choose, in this kind of case, landscapers. That's just a good entry point, because landscapers, typically when they start a business, they're very busy in the landscaping business. Just to give you a heads up, they are, when they're all about, getting more and more people signed up so they can do lawn care, they can have other services and things like that. But these people are typically busy, and when they first get started, unless they get to a certain level, they don't even really have anybody in the office to take inbound calls from. So they really do miss a lot of phone calls and a lot of businesses, because they're out working and they can't answer the phone while they're working, because they've got the little headphones on and a lot of loud noises and stuff like that. But anyway, we're going to be dealing and talking about landscapers. So looking at landscaping, what I want to do is kind of show you here. All you have to do is go to Google and just type in lawn care near me. Okay, so we're going to do that, and what you're going to end up getting, first of all, let me kind of go back here. Let me just So when we do lawn care near me, what we're going to end up getting is just, you're going to get this kind of a list. You're going to get some sponsored ads. What I want you to do is kind of focus on the businesses section right here. So right now we're going to click on more businesses, and this is kind of where I got to the screen beforehand. So I just want to show you how to start, where to go, and then how to eventually get to this particular screen right here. Now, what we're going to do is take a look First of all, if you wanted to, you could just simply look. Notice how here you don't want to do this on the sponsored ads because these people are paying for ads and so forth. But if you take a look here, you see there's no website on this particular business right here. That means they either, number one, don't have a website, which I would have to agree that they probably don't. Seeing as how they only have one review here, it's kind of crazy, but these people don't have a website listed on their Google Business Profile, which is what this is. If you click on this screen right here is what I call the Google Business Profile, or it was called Google My Business before. You can use either one of them, but they did change the name to Google Business Profile a little bit ago. But if you just scroll down here, I'm just going to take a look at which ones have websites and which ones don't. Website here, there's no website here. We got a website there, website, no website here. So just right now, already, we've got 3 people that have no website whatsoever. So these people are going to be prime people that you're going to be able to sit back and contact, or even send them a text message or a link saying, hey, I noticed you didn't have a website. I built you one for free. Click here to take a look at it. If you want it, I'll give it to you for free. Something like that would be a way to get their attention and to get them to actually acknowledge you and give you a call back so you and the business owner can start having a conversation. But let's go ahead and start taking a look at some of the businesses, the actual websites themselves. So this sponsored one does have a website. So let's just take a look at it. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, this goes back to sort of the Google reviews and then reputation management. 338 reviews, 3.9. Now, let me kind of give you just my input on this. If you have anything less than a 4.5, that's like not good. Okay, 4.5 and higher is kind of like, I would say like a 700 credit score, if that makes sense. If you look at the FICO score, that's good. 4.5 and higher. If you get from 4 to 4.5 in that range, depending on how many, obviously the more reviews you have, the harder it is to change that particular number. But 4 to 4.5 is like decent, okay. But anything below 4, it's like, you probably want to think twice about hiring those people, which I find very interesting here that they have 338 and only a 3.9 rating. I figure they would have something a little bit better than that. But anyway. True Green Lawn Care, something tells me that this could be one of those businesses that is more of a franchise that we talked about here. True Green Lawn Care, just looking at it, I can just kind of tell this looks like it might be a corporate business, but let's take a look at it here. So yeah, we've got, notice that up here at the top, this is a 1-800 number. Whenever you start getting things like this where they don't have a local number to your area and you have to call an 800 number, branch finder, then this is definitely corporate here. So True Green would not be somebody that we even want to deal with here because they're corporate and there's a corporate entity that runs their websites. So let's go down to the next person and look at here. Bloom Lawn Care. So we've got 4.9 rating. Again, good there. 254. That's not bad. 7 years in business. So these people must do something to get more reviews, which is awesome. Let's take a look at their website and see what we got here. Now, what I want to do is just kind of look at this real quick and just kind of show you, going back to some of the things that we looked at, what are some of the good qualities of a website. So again, let's take a quick look here. I'm going to try to pull this back up. Phone number, or call us or something in the top right corner. If we go back to Bloom, okay, they don't have a call us, but they have a free quote. So they are making good use of the top right corner space. They have services, blog, about us, contact. So they've got some good information here. Their website, it's not ugly at all. It's got good, nice buttons, very clear. People can see it. I'm just going to scroll down and just take a look. Okay. Other services, great. They've got their services page, lawn landscaping. Looks like they do lighting, exterior lighting, so that's good. They've got it there. Hey, look at this. This is what a sort of Google review widget here. Now, this doesn't look exactly, this is not the one from the Highlevel platform. This is a tool that they are paying for, and I know I know the kind of tool they're using here, but this site has a tool they're paying for every single month, and I think this thing is about $20 a month, just to have this connection. Remember I told you the Highlevel platform connects directly to their Google My Business. I'm using the client's Google account. Well, this right here does the same thing, but now the website has to charge. They have to pay $20 a month to use this review widget, and you can tell it's Google because just the way it looks, the ability to pull in all these particular stars. Notice how each person is hyperlinked. It pulls in their photo. This is very typical, but this is what testimonials look like here, and they should have something right here. Ultimately, what our clients are saying about us, client testimonials. They probably should have a headline there, but okay. So they don't. Well, let's just continue to scroll down here, get a quote today, click here, serving this area, and here they've got their location, hours. Okay, so, overall, if we take a look here at some of the stuff, I'm going to have to give it at least a thumbs up, partially for this having customer testimonials, contact. They don't have an FAQ section, that kind of sucks. because that right there would be very beneficial. And one of the other things is notice that they do not have any kind of website chat widget. Now, let me stop here and show you what a website chat widget looks like. Now, this is a public-facing site that I have created that I kind of use to show people for. And again, this is why I put this on here. Believe it or not, man, if you build these public-facing sites, I do this so that you could send a link like this to your customer and say, hey, would you like a site that looks like this? Because if you do, I can give you this site. I can put your logo up here. I can change some of the colors. I can make your site look exactly like this and give you a free website. And boom, you'll be able to start scheduling, having people call you, contacting you immediately as soon as we put that up. So this right here is just a good example to give them because it's a public link. So they can always just go, and if you want to, this is Serenityscape Landscaping. This is not a real company, which is why I had to put this little logo right here. Believe it or not, people will contact you and call you if, about services and things like that because they think it's a real business. But this is just an example site. One of the things I want to show you here is this bottom right corner, this little button right here. If we click on this, this actually has a link to sit back and link people to using the website chat widget. So if they wanted to, this is an example of a live chat widget. So somebody could literally notice if we look here, we got a picture here, looks like a little AI bot. And if we wanted to, we could change this text. This thing is completely customizable. We could change the, do you have a question to, do you want to schedule an appointment for your lawn? We can change this. We can change all the stuff in here, the colors, the picture, everything. But right now, the thing about this is having this website chat widget allows people recognize this. If you've ever done this on a site, you recognize this little bubble. Now, typically the bubble is over in the right side. I don't have it over to the right because my picture in this video is to the right, and I would probably block it here at least a little bit. But you can move this thing anywhere on the page. There's several different areas where you can move this to. I moved it over here just so that you could see it for the purposes of this video. But this is where on the back end, now typically the website chat widget, when somebody communicates here, the person in the office would then have to respond, and the person on the website would have to wait for that person to respond in order to communicate with them. Well, here using AI, we can actually program the AI system inside of Highlevel using a lot of the frequently asked questions that we talked about earlier. And again, notice that there is an FAQ area. I'm going to show you this site, but I want to show you what the website chat widget looks like, what a chat widget looks like. You've probably seen them before. That they come in a variety of different ones, but this is how the one in the GoHighlevel platform looks. So this right here, it can be beneficial, allows your customers to communicate with you and ask you a question without having to come up and call this number. Now, this is a fake number, obviously, but right now, there's a call us a button here. And by the way, you always want to make any kind of phone numbers or emails that you have clickable. So right now, you don't want to sit back and just put a phone number over here without making it clickable, because 80%, this is another statistic that you should understand, 80% of people who search for businesses do so first on a mobile device. So just imagine if you pull up and you're searching for this on a mobile device, you don't want to have to sit back and remember the phone number, then go over to your phone app and type it in and then go back to the website. And because I'm not great with numbers here, I couldn't even probably remember a whole phone number. I'd have to copy it from the site and then paste it into the phone app. Why do that? Well, you could just simply make the number on the website clickable, and as soon as you click it, it will then open up the phone app on the phone and call that particular company directly, saving the customer time. So it's all about making it easier for the person to do business with you, to get questions answered, and then ultimately to book your service to give you more revenue. This is your clients. So here we're going to take a quick look. We have services, about, FAQs, and we're just going to scroll down here. Now, this is not a website. This is actually a funnel. And right now, I've got a whole other video dealing with websites and funnels and the differences. But a funnel is very similar to a website. It's just, it is slightly different. So right now, I just want to let you know that this does look like a website, but it's not. All of these links don't link to different pages. So if you click on services, all it does is just take you to that part of the page where you have the services, making it easier for people to navigate. They can click back. They can then go to the FAQs. Here's the FAQ area and things like that. So let's go ahead and just take a quick look here. Again, this is one of the templates that I give you that you can download, so you can actually have this website, images, everything, change the colors if you want to, update your logo and things like that. But you can have this entire thing and give this in your business to a landscape company, if that's where you want to start, saying, here's a website that I can give you. Now, you would just need to change the information based upon the company that's using it. But notice that some of these things, how here, these, it automatically pulls in the company's name, so that's nice. But you have an about section. Again, schedule our services. Notice right here above the fold, schedule our services, where they can click on this button. Takes you to the next step of the funnel, or the next page, where now you can sit back and actually have a calendar. This calendar is completely built inside of Highlevel, and again, you can offer this calendaring service maybe for an additional charge, but you can offer it again with the website if they need a basic calendaring service. Somebody can choose a date and time that's important for them, choose a time, select it, put in their name, and actually book an appointment or schedule for an estimate, however you want to do that. But this right here is just all included inside of the Highlevel system. So you don't need to have another calendaring app to schedule things or stuff like that. Now, if they already have something, then you can just simply integrate that calendar into the GoHighlevel site. Most of these calendaring places, if they do, your clients do already have a calendaring service that they don't want to move from, will have like a little piece of code that you can put on the site to make sure that they can schedule it with that other provider. But here, notice throughout the whole thing, schedule our services buttons. Here's all of our services. We do lawn cutting, irrigation, tree cutting, trimming, retaining walls, leaf removals, lawn plugging, seeding. So if you don't have these services, and just remove these sections of the website for your particular client, again, schedule service. Hey, look at this. Having this is always going to be beneficial. A 100% money back guarantee. People love this. This is a great thing to have on your website, that if you're not happy with our services, then we'll not charge you for it. Now, typically this is going to be your lawn cutting services, but how many people actually take advantage of this? Very few. But people love seeing something like this on a website. That, hey, if I don't like your service, I get my money back. So anyway, that would be something you could choose to leave on there for your client. If they don't want to, you could take that whole section off and remove it. Not a problem. So here's the frequently asked questions. You can add as many as you want to this. So you just simply click on this, expand it. What landscaping services do you have to offer? We provide a wide range of services, including gardening, blah, blah, blah. And you can do all of that. Now, this is where I told you earlier that inside of the AI system, it can learn all of these things. It can learn from these frequently asked questions. So if somebody ever goes onto the chatbot, which is here, and they type in, what, and I don't have it live for this particular site here. We can, I can show you hopefully later if we have some time. But if the customer asks on the site, what services do you have to offer, the AI bot will then use this answer as a way to respond back to somebody using the information that you already gave it inside of the FAQs. So that's pretty cool. And here's a client testimonials. Now, this is being a fake company. There is no Google business profile to pull this in, but this is sort of the review widget that will pull all of your testimonials in and make it look very similar to how this looks here. It'll look similar, and it'll have this type of view here where it pulls in people's information, but it doesn't look exactly like this because this is a different platform that provides this. So here's your customer testimonials, your contact page, and then your footer where you just have hours, contact, and things like that, and all your social media buttons. So this right here, again, is just a sample site that you can have inside of the GoHighlevel platform that I'm giving you away for free if you want to move forward with this. Now, I haven't really stated this yet, but this business here, you don't have to do full time. You don't have to do this. You can do this working on the weekends, working after hours. You can be sending emails and calling people, leaving messages. You can definitely work part-time on this. And keep in mind, the way this works here, the lowest plan inside of Highlevel, and I know we haven't really talked about this, is $97. So it takes $97 to get in here, and what you can do for that $97 plan, you get one business account, which you can run your business on, and then you get two other accounts that you can have clients paying you before you need to upgrade. Okay? So right now, again, with the 30-day link inside of the description here that you get from signing up under my affiliate link, if you do that within 30 days, you can watch the training. Well, you can watch all this stuff beforehand, watch my SaaS Jumpstart training, do all of that stuff before you even want to get started. I completely understand. But you can do this part-time. You don't have to do it full-time. And for the $97 a month, you can get one client in that 30 days paying you at least $97 a month. And we'll look at pricing here in just a little bit later on. But one client in that 30 days, and the software is paid for. So by the time you have to pay for the software, by the time your 30-day trial becomes due, you already have a client paying you, and now that client is paying for your software for you to run your business. Okay? And from there, hopefully, once you get to that particular point, if you sign up with me, we can have a coaching call where I can kind of show you how to go to the next level and take and start growing your business, where you can start making thousands of dollars reoccurring every single month. Now, here's the other cool thing about this. All the stuff I'm showing you here, once you get this set up here, it runs without any need of your attention. So all the stuff I'm saying, once you get things set up initially going, there might be a few bugs that you have to work out, but ultimately when you get a client set up, their business will just continue to run. You don't need to be involved with them. You don't need to, but you probably want to communicate with your clients every month to show them the benefit of how much money they're making using your platform and how much value that you're adding, and then even seeing if they want to include more services once they start making more money. Because once they start seeing value that you can provide, then they're good. They're in. Does that make sense? So let's go ahead and now that we've done that here, I've kind of this website. Okay, they definitely could use a website chat widget. If they're not looking to have their website redesigned, they could definitely have their a website chat widget and maybe the use of AI. So you could potentially sell them that if they don't want to change their website. But Let's just say they do want to change their website and you need to sort of migrate, this exact website over to another, to the GoHighlevel platform. So there are several ways to do this here. If you're techie and you're already familiar with how to do things, I'm going to show you sort of how the website designer works inside of Highlevel. It's very easy to use. But let's just say if you don't know anything about websites here, then I'm going to show you how you can do that as well. But one of the cool tools that I want to show you here, before I move on here, I'm actually using Chrome. Now, when you're dealing with websites, one of the things is I've been looking at the desktop view, but right now you also have to make sure that the website performs and looks well under mobile view as well. So how do you do that? How do you look underneath the mobile view without having to go and use your phone to do it? So let me show you. There's a cool tool inside of Chrome that allows you to do this. It's called the Developer Tools. You want to click on these 3 buttons. You're going to go down to this More Tools, and then here you're going to get Developer Tools. Now, when you do that, it's going to come up and give you this sort of screen. Please don't freak out. You're not going to be doing anything with, I'm not having you do anything with all this code part over here, okay? What I want to show you is now what you do is you get a mobile view here of what that website looks like on a device. Now, the device you can actually choose. Believe it or not, you click here, and you can get iPhone. They've got different models of iPhone. We're looking at this on an iPhone 14 Pro Max, Pixel 7, Samsung Galaxy, iPads, Surface devices, things like that. So you can see what this looks like on multiple different devices. Now, why do you want to do that? Because each device screen size is different. So right now, if I go from an iPhone 4 to Galaxy, notice how it went a bit wider because the Galaxy, is a bit wider on pixels than the iPhone 14 Pro, I guess. But if you scroll down, what you end up getting is what does this site look like on a mobile view? And this is one of the evaluations that you need to do because keep in mind, 80% of people look at businesses and find businesses on their mobile device. So if it doesn't look good on mobile, I don't care what it looks like on the desktop. If people don't like it or it doesn't function very well on the mobile device, then that's a problem because a large percentage of people are searching for it on their mobile device. But this one looks good. So again, thumbs up. The review widget looks good. You can click on this little section right here. This little circle is sort of the cursor. So all of it is good. Now, one of the things I told you about is your phone number. So if you have a phone number, make sure that it's clickable. So if somebody clicks on it, it should open up, right now it's trying to open up FaceTime because I've got a Mac, but if you're on a phone and you click on it, it will actually open up your phone app and call them. So here's just a cool thing that you can do. You can even click on this to get a menu option. Notice it's like request free quotes. So all this stuff looks good. Ultimately, this is a way that you can look at it on a mobile device, and you should look at it because if it doesn't work well on mobile, then maybe the owners don't know that. And maybe you can let them know that, hey, do you realize 80% of people are looking at this on a mobile device and they can't do this? They can't schedule a quote. Or if they did click on this and go to request a free quote, okay, here's the request estimate. Looks like that form is popping up even though it looks a bit scrunched, but it works. So right now, to get rid of the developer tools, you're going to be clicking the X in the top right corner here. Click on that, you go right back to desktop view. Great, not a problem. Okay, so again, I wanted to sit back and show you that cool tool that you can have at your disposal, and I want to show you a couple of extensions that you can add into Chrome that would be very beneficial for you. One of them is right here. It's called the color picker, I believe is what it's called. But right now, what this does, it allows you to choose a particular color on the screen to match. So let's just say you want to match this exact color right here. How would you find out the exact hexadecimal color code for this right now? What you would do is just simply click on pick a color from the page. You put the mouse over it, and notice how here at the top you would click on this. Now the color's copied. This is what the hex code looks like, and you can copy that color on a new site inside of Highlevel right away. Now you know what the hex code looks like. Okay, so that's one way if you're looking to rebuild a website that you can pull colors and things like that off by having this really cool addition. And if you deal with websites, it's just a great tool to have. Another one is something that's called What's Font. So What's Font, when you click on it, all you do is hover over a specific text and it tells you what the font is. So this way, if you ever want to match what the text is and you don't know what font they're using, this right here will tell you. And if you click on it, it'll tell you not only the font, but it'll tell you the style. It's normal, it's not bold. It's 19 pixels, so it gives you the size, things like that, and even what color it is. Like right now, it looks like it's black. So this right here is just a way for you, a couple quick tools that you can incorporate into Chrome that I want to give you here. It's not exactly about doing website designs, but if you're going to be doing this, there are some cool tools that I want to show you that you can keep in sort of your repertoire or whatever, and so forth. So I know I told you this is going to be a little bit longer here, but I wanted to sit back and show you some of the things that you can do here. Now, real quick, before I continue with moving on with this, I did mention, and I want to follow up on, if you're doing website designs, if you're looking to rebuild it, then one of the things you can do is actually use an outside service. Personally, I use a website called Fiverr. Now, I've already got one of them listed here, but I can just simply click High-Level Website Designer. Now, there are people inside of the Fiverr platform here that are very familiar with working with a high-level platform. So they can very easily build a funnel, build a website, whatever it is that you want. And let's just say the client that we just looked at, let's just say that Bloom Lawn Care Services, they wanted us to rebuild their website. Well, it doesn't mean that you have to do it for free. If you want to give them a template, if they want to use that template here that we have that I'm giving you, then great. You can offer them this and just say, hey, we're going to take some of the pictures from your old site. We're going to change some of the colors, from this color picker and make it look similar. If you want to do something like that, you can do that here and hire somebody to do that for you. Say, hey, I want you to go to this website right here, and I want you to duplicate this website inside of the Highlevel system. And right now, they'll charge you for it. Now, what I look for here is I typically look for people who've done a lot of these. So notice here, they're rating 4.9, and this guy's done 242 jobs. That's pretty good. And I typically look at people that do higher numbers because they typically, like this one, 409 at 5.0 rating. This guy, 5.0 stars with 409, this person does the exact job that you're looking for. So if you wanted to, you can click on something like this. Now, these people, if you're looking at them, they come in basic, standard, and premium. I always go to premium. Okay, I always do, just because this right here is going to be the best plan that they have to offer. So this right here, if this person is charging you $400, don't worry about it. So if they're charging $400, tell your customer or your client, well, I don't know how much you want to do markup. You can mark it up to $500 and just keep $100. You can say, well, if we're going to do this, it's going to cost you $800 for us to rebuild this site inside of the Highlevel platform, and then we can include all of our other features if that's the way you want to do it. And then what you can do is they can pay you $800. You give this person $400. They build this site inside of Highlevel exactly the way it is, and then once they're done, probably within 2 weeks, then you present that to your client, and then they're happy. They get everything that they need. The website is now inside of Highlevel, and now you can use all the website chat widget and all the other features natively. And besides that, one of the things that you also have to keep in mind is that the website has to be hosted somewhere. Okay, we're building a website here. All the websites that I'm talking about inside of the GoHighlevel platform, which this is what the platform looks like, you get unlimited websites inside of Highlevel. They don't charge you for any website hosting. It's a part of your $97 plan that you pay for. So you can have 1,000 websites in there if you wanted to. I'm not trying to be ridiculous, but you can have that, and it'd be no extra charges every month on your Highlevel platform. But if you're a small business, you do have to pay for your website to be somewhere. Okay? Now, sometimes people pay a lot. They could be paying $100, $200 a month, or even $50 a month. For some of these. But either way, that you if they move their website into the Highlevel platform, or if you give them a free template and you rebuild it, then they could stop paying that. So if you're going to be charging them, again, I know we haven't talked about it, $100, $200, $500 for some of these services, then that fee that they're already paying the existing website, they can stop paying that and incorporate that into your fee because you're going to host a website for them. So hopefully you follow that. That's just another thing when it comes to businesses. They do have to pay for a website, and they have to pay for people to maintain the website. Now, what you're going to end up doing is when you build a website, you're going to position yourself as their sort of IT person, their website designer. If they need any changes, any updates to the website, they contact you, and then you update the website. Now, ultimately, there has to be a limit of this. So many changes per month. Maybe you do 1 or 2 changes per month. Depending upon the size. And then if they really want something like additional features built on it, then you might charge them for that. So, but ultimately they come to you. If they want to change something or something's not working, you're a one-stop shop. They contact you and you have access to the website. You can fix it. So, perfect. So, I know there's a lot of information here for this, but use a site called Fiverr. Hire some of these people. Look for this high number here and high star ranking because these people get the job done. They will keep rebuilding the site over and over, make any changes to make you happy for it, and then you can always upcharge your client for that. So, going back here, I just want to keep going down and looking at a few more websites here. I told you we'd be spending some time on this. So here, Lawn Masters, okay, great, 4.7, which is good. 222 reviews, they're doing well. So let's go ahead and take a look at their website. Okay, so this right here, they've got a call to action. They've got their phone number. Notice that it is clickable, how the mouse changes when you go over it. So if you click on it, it does have a call function. So that's good there. Lawn maintenance, fertilizer, irrigations, design build. Looks like login. Looks like this might be a little bit more complicated because they might have a login that customers can do stuff on the website. Feel free for an estimate. Okay, great. Yeah. They've got Google. They've got this banner, but it's not clickable, so it's no reviews here. It looks like here's some of the services. Maybe a testimonial review. Notice right here, this looks like a testimonial area, but notice how it doesn't really look authentic. It doesn't look like the other one did, where it has Google, has your star rankings. It looks like this is just text. So having said that, that's not really as beneficial as having an actual the Google people actually themselves, on the screen here. So I guess it works. But here's some pro tips. Maybe this is just some, I wouldn't say frequently asked questions, but maybe they're trying to help people out. And then finally some other information. But Lawn Masters, this right here actually may be, I don't know, maybe actually a corporate business. But overall, I would say it's decent. But let's take a look down here. If we click on this right here, notice that we go back up here. No, so they don't have a website chat widget. No way to get any information from the site here or anything like that. So, maybe sideways on this one here. It's not bad, but it could be definitely better, improved. But it looks like besides lawn maintenance, they do some other very specific things and lighting. Okay. So if we wanted to, we could also come down here, just quickly look at it from a developer perspective and see if it works well. Do they have a menu option? Yes. Does this look well? It looks like it's okay. Looks like it's some of the same functions that are on the site are available here. Now, notice right here, this pulls in a something we haven't talked about here, but this is actually pulling in a Facebook reviews. Notice this is a Google review. The other one was a Facebook review. Highlevel can do that as well. If you want Google to pull in both your Facebook reviews from your business page, which it can connect to as well. It can connect to your Facebook business page, so any of the messages that people communicate with you on can come directly inside of Highlevel, but it also can pull in all of your reviews and display both Google and Facebook reviews if you want to on the same sort of widget. So this right here is not bad. Again, let's kind of go through and take a look at some other ones here. First of all, this right here is awful. Let me just kind of show you real quick here, and I'm not going to say awful, but these people have been in business for 25 years. Okay, 25 years, and it looks like this is a 4.5 rating, which is not bad, but there's only two. Two people in 25 years, they should have hundreds, if not over 1,000 reviews at this particular point. So right now, let's just take a quick look at their website. So again, top right, looking at some of these things that we've got here, just trying to evaluate this. Yes, they've got get a quote. If we scroll, request a quote. Okay, but it's always request a quote. Let's see what happens when we click on it. So it takes us over to another form page where great. Say you fill out a form. I mean, come on. If you're a customer, have you ever filled out a form and then gotten a reply very quickly, or did you get a reply 3 days later when you forgot that you had even sent that form in? That's one of the benefits of having this website chat widget right here, is you can get real live time information. So. Here, just looking at the site overall, I mean, it doesn't look to be, get your personalized pricing today. It just takes you back to the same form. So, I mean, not awful, but I mean, right now, sometimes, these things take up too much of the page. You're having to scroll a lot for each one of the services. Notice on this one right here, when you talk about services, they're big, but I mean, they're compact. I mean, it's this little area, and that's it. There's your services. You can click on them, you could fill them out, but notice this site right here, they're big chunks of the website for all their services. So, I mean, overall, it could be better. Right now, you can click on the phone number and click on the sales. So, again, there's no website chat widget, so there's no way for your customers to communicate with you. I would say that would be the best. We'll just look at a couple more here. Turf Guy Lawns, they've got 5.0 rating, 12. They could probably use some help in reputation management, but they've got no website either. So, this would be a good way to reach out and just say, if you build a site like this, hey, I noticed you don't have a website, here's a website that we designed that we give our landscaping customers. Do you want this website? Because we can give it to you for free. Please give me a call back, and you could just text them this if you want to. Again, follow up later. Give them a link to the website. Let them take a look at it and go, wow, this looks pretty good. If they're going to give me a website, let me call the guy and see what's or the girl, sorry, and just see what's going on. So right now, let's move on to this one. Here we've got another website. Okay, so the phone number, great. Okay, so it looks like that does have a call function on it. So the lawn doctor, get a quote. Let's just see lawn services. So here's all your services. Good. Customer reviews. Let's see what that looks like. I guess that's one way to do it, but you got to click on somewhere, click on another page and then go back, making your customer work more. But here's the area. Oh, so yeah, this place, could be a corporate because it looks like they service a lot of different areas here. So probably not going to be the best person to go after on this one here. Let's look at the next one here. Trying to see if we can just see some other, just like really bad ones. Okay, here we go. I wouldn't say this would be bad, but just right off the bat, because you don't have you've got a contact right here, which is going to take you to a form, but there is no call. There is no, nothing very easy for somebody to go to. Like, again, just think about it. If you got your phone out on the main page of this screen here, is it easy for the person to just say, oh, here's the phone number, click to call, right? One touch on your phone, and now you can put the phone up to your ear and call them. No, you have to click on the contact. You have to go deeper into the site to try to figure out a phone number. And look, there's no call to action buttons. Outdoor professional services, that's it. Nothing for scheduling, nothing for anything like that. Here's some of our services, snow and salting. Okay, great. But if you took this information and put it into a format that looks like this, that site would look much better, be much more functional. And again, you can easily take these pictures, but this site looks like it wasn't designed very well. And somebody just wants a site. It's a site. But this would be a perfect bad design site that I would say that you could just say, hey, you can even fill out this contact form, believe it or not. If you wanted to fill out your name, last name, your email address, and the message, hey, I noticed your website is probably not driving as much sales as you like. Why don't you check out the website here at your link or your site? If you're interested in the site, your website, I can give it to you for free, and we can actually schedule and drive sales directly from this website. Give me a call at this phone number, and let's talk about it. Or you can simply email them. They've got their email address right here. Again, they're using a Gmail, so this is probably a smaller company. But keep in mind that this company, again, they have a website, but this is something that you can build on. And keep in mind, these people have 222 5-star reviews. So this company must do a good job. They just don't have as much stuff on their website. So you can help them out from the website chat widget, drive more sales, and potentially even help mainstream their reputation management or their review management. So maybe they've got a system that really doesn't work very well. Okay, so I'm going to just take a look at one more here, this TNT lawn. Again, I'm not going to drive this to the ground. But again, here's another one that I'm just going to right off the bat, just going to say, no, it does have a free quote, but this top right area, no call to action here. And again, when you're looking at a website here, think about what's in it for the customer. The customer wants to find out information here, and they start off right with the philosophy of the company and things like that. Well, I'm just trying to figure out your services. So right now, I don't see anything that says services or anything like that, just service area. But that would be another big one. Like how do I know if you even do lawn care or if you do whatever it is that you want to do? So you see where it says our services, they do have a good link for this, but they, again, another design, they should have a link here for their services that just when they click on it, it just goes right down to here, making it easier for people to access that. So again, there's the services, that looks good. This is a Google, they do have a Google link on here, but there's no testimonials, there's no frequently asked questions. There's maybe a contact form somewhere on here. If we do contact, there we go, contact form. But again, you see, this is just something that you can mainstream, make the site look better than it does right now. The site, I'm not saying it's awful, but you kind of start getting an idea when you start looking at this, whether or not the site could be upgraded or not. And then the fact that they don't have a website chat widget. There's no way for the customer to communicate with the business through the website. There's no scheduling. There is a login here, which I'm not exactly sure that, it looks like that takes them, out. It links them over to another website, so that's not even a login that they have on their site. So this would be very easy to replicate, to put on the site in Highlevel to link over. So that would be very easy to do. So right now, I just kind of wanted to show you, these are some of the things that you can use for evaluation. Now, if you wanted to, when you're looking at this, you can simply, if you're interested in picking out like this, what was it, the one that we looked at that was like this guy right here, Turf Guys, they don't have they don't have any kind of a website. Copy this information into a Google Sheet, copy that and copy the phone number. These are people, that phone number that they've got right here, most likely is going to be textable. Okay, so right now, here's one of the great things about it is that if the number is public, then it's not spam if you send them a text message. Okay, because it's a public business number, and laws out there are generally meant to protect consumers. So this is like what they call B2C, business to consumer. Texting is regulated. There's some regulations, so you just can't text people without getting their permission. But if you're texting business to business, if you've got your phone number out there, then you better expect people to be able to send you a text message because, again, 80% of the people are on their phones, and they'd much rather just click on this, click send text message rather than calling and send you a text message to get a response back. But if they have a chat widget on the site, which most people are here to look for, they will ask a question here. So now that I've done that here, I've kind of gone over several different things inside of here. What I'd like to do is just kind of show you the Highlevel platform here. So what I want to do is I'm going to go through, and these are all the different accounts that you can have in here. Now I don't have the very basic plan. I have a higher plan, so mine may look a little bit differently. But I'm going to go ahead and click into this account here. I just want to show you something. So I'm going to copy the website here. I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to come into sites. And this is sort of what the area looks like here. You get all of the funnels that we have here, this Serenity landscaping here. If we go in here, this is what the site that we looked at here. And if you want to come into it, this is a very standard type website builder. And it does have several options and things like that. But one of the things here, you can click on settings, and you come down here, and you can change the chat widget. Again, you can have as many chat widgets as you want. If you want to change them out, then you can change them out. You would just simply select which chat widget you want here and click Save. But here what I want to do is just go inside and show you the builder real quick. So inside here, what we're going to do is load. Now here, it's a very simple type builder. There are different areas here that you have. You notice that they change colors from orange to blue. These are like rows and sections and elements. So the actual component here is the orange. That's the element that you put on the particular page. If you want, click here. These are all the basic elements that you get by default. And again, if you don't do website design, you can go to Fiverr and somebody there can do it for you. All you're just trying to say is take this website here and make it look like that inside of the Highlevel platform. So that's all that you're paying them for. They will build it. And then from here, if you wanted to, you can just simply click on preview. That's a preview button right here. But let's just say we wanted to come in here and change some of the text message here. We just simply click here, edit it. So this is sort of an editor directly. There's nothing else that we need. If we wanted to make this phone number bold, we would just do that, change bold, make it bold here or unbold it, make it italics. We can do any of that stuff, rich text editor. All of that stuff can be done here. But I just wanted to show you this is sort of the builder. If we wanted to choose a different image, we would just simply click here, come down to the image area, choose another image from the media library. Now, keep in mind, inside of the Highlevel platform, there's unlimited storage in here. So I'm going to show you when we get back out of here, all the pictures. You can host videos inside here, files. You can store lots of different things inside of the GoHighlevel platform and then reference them on your particular site. But the storage is unlimited. There is a limit, though, to the size. I believe you can't have files larger than 5 gigabytes per file. There is a limit on those, but not a limit to how many 5 gig files you can have. So just here's the designer. This is the site that we take a look at here, and I just want to show it to you. So right now I'm going to go ahead and click back. I did make some changes. I don't want to edit or do anything here, but here in the media storage, notice that this right here, I can do a new upload. I can upload a file. I can put things into folders. Here, if I wanted to, notice that these are a couple things. Highlevel does QR codes, by the way. That's pretty cool. That's another video that's going to be on my channel. But right here, we've got that little picture. This right here is a picture of that website chat widget guy. So if you click here and look right here, this right here is where this guy comes from, right here. So it's actually stored inside of the Highlevel platform, as well as the logo. So the logo here for Serenity Landscaping is also stored inside of the media library. So all of your files, everything else is completely, for your client now. For each client is in their own media library storage, completely separate, completely private. If you ever want to utilize it, you just simply click on this link here and say get link. And then if you wanted to come over here and utilize it in any site or anything like that. So you can publicly use these anywhere else that you want to inside of the media library. Is pretty cool. But let me get back to, I just want to show you something in the AI system here. So right now I'm going to go into the conversation AI, and I have a whole other video, several series on the AI features. I'm going to show you real quick how this works. So I'm going to come here and choose this. This is the autopilot mode, which means that whenever somebody asks it a question, the AI system will just automatically respond. So I'm going to come here and save that. Now, what I want to do here is come to this particular channel. This right here is a way you could say, you can tell the AI bot, listen on these channels. So if you wanted to, you can have this AI automatically respond to Instagram DMs, to Facebook DMs. If you there's a difference between the chat widget and the live chat, but I'm just going to choose live chat because that's what we're using on the site that I want to configure. Now for the business name, I'm going to type in Serenity. If I can type. Of course, and I mistyped that one here. So right now, I'm not going to worry about some of these other settings here. I'm just going to save them, but I'm going to show you the big kaboom here. This bot training. So right now, I've already copied. Oh, that's not good. Go back to the site. I'm going to copy this particular website. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the AI bot to read this website and learn everything that I put on this website, including these FAQs, and then have it be able to respond to people. And I'm going to show you how quickly that this thing can be trained. So I'm going to put it like that, and I'm going to just choose this button that says Get Data. Now, as this thing's turning, what it's doing is the AI bot here now, inside for your clients, it's going out to their website, which is in the Highlevel, or if they still have their site somewhere else, that's fine. You can still use the website chat widget in AI, even if it's on a different site. The website doesn't necessarily have to be inside of Highlevel to do that. But what I want to show you is just that quick. It went through, and now it's trained on responding to any of the questions that people have. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to refresh this page just to make sure that we get it updated here. Now, what I want to do is try to ask it something that we already know here inside of here, like how often should I cut my lawn? Lawn mowing frequently depends on factors like grass, type, and season. Generally, once a week during the growing season is recommended to maintain optimal health and appearance. That is what we have on the site. So right now, what I want to do is I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to say just how often should I cut my grass? Now, when you do that, right now, because we've turned on the AI system, the AI is going to sit back and look at that and then respond back to this. Now, I have to take a look at the settings here. There is a response time out here that I have to look and see. Yeah, it's set to wait 2 minutes. That could probably be addressed and set quicker than that. Let's just call it 20 seconds here. But unfortunately, it's waiting like 2 minutes here, and I'm a little bit impatient. Let me go ahead and refresh this and try this again. Just copy this and paste it in here again. So when we do this right now, then this right here should respond back with the answer from the AI system. Here we go. And hey, generally mowing once a week during the growing season is recommended to keep your lawn healthy and looking its best. Perfect. So what I wanted to do is just, how long was that? Like 2 minutes, 3 minutes or something like that here. But that's how easy it is to train the bot once you have a good frequently asked questions. And you can even come in here. There are some other settings if you wanted to, like here under the configure intents, if we wanted to have it book appointments for us, we don't have it turned on, but we can turn this on. And we could say, what calendar in our system do we want this to book our appointments for? And what the AI bot can actually do is read the calendar and say, well, we have appointments tomorrow at 8, 9, and 11. Which one would work best for you? And allow that person to actually schedule a session directly using the chat widget. So again, I just want to show you real quick on the website here how the AI system quickly can be trained, benefit, and then respond back to people, so that the biggest thing here is when you have this conversation, you want to make sure you're using AI, because if the AI system is not on, then somebody in the company has to respond to it. And if it's after hours, on the weekends, or while the business is closed, then that creates a problem, because then the person gets no response. Whereas here, if they ask them something, then they get a response back from the AI bot. They can get all their questions and answers done, and even book an appointment right here on the particular site. So this is why using AI is awesome. Now, one of the things I want to show you next here is, now that I've kind of shown you what this high-level platform is and things like that, if you have any other questions, by all means, leave me a comment on this video, because I know a lot of people would have questions. Definitely join my SaaS Jumpstart training. But what I'd like to do right now is just kind of hop into the sort of the final piece, is like, what can you sell these things for? I mean, what's reasonable that you can actually sell and make money off this stuff? So right now, these are just some of the pricing structures that I've set up. Now, one of the things you have to understand about pricing is businesses where customers are worth more can pay you more. So I want to you guys can read this right here on the screen, and I'm going to get to that. But I want to show you and help you understand what customer lifetime value means. So when we're dealing with these particular niches right here, all these niches, a customer to a chiropractor is worth differently than a customer to a med spa. Okay? A customer to a plumber is worth more than a lawyer. Okay? So keep in mind, a customer to each one of these particular niches are going to be different. Now, I'm just going to say for landscaping companies, just think about this. If you're landscaping, and let's just say the person just wants grass cutting, and you might charge these people, let's just say $30 or $40 a cut for a regular grass, and they do it, let's just say 3 times a month, then that's $120 a month. Most of the time, if you do a good job and for landscaping services, you're also going to potentially get like leaf cleanup at the end of the year. They're probably going to want to have their grass fertilized and plugged and seeded so that the grass is richer next year. You're going to have some other services. So let's just say a customer may be worth $1,000 or $1,500 to a landscape company. Now, if we did that, let's just say roofing companies here. Roofing companies are one of the higher customer values that there are out there, because think how much a person pays for a roof. So if a roofing company gets a client where they're replacing a roof, how much is that roof? I mean, if you're a homeowner, if you ever had your roof replaced, you're looking at $8,000, $10,000, $20,000, or even more, depending upon the size of your roof, the angle of the set, how big it is, what type of shingles you want to have on there, and things like that. So for a roofing company, a customer could be worth $15,000, $20,000. And then going even higher, like if you're a solar company where you're selling solar panels, these things are like $30,000, $50,000, $80,000 for installs. So these companies that niches like that can pay more for services because the client is worth more. Now, if you're a massage therapist, for instance, your cost would be a little bit different. A massage might cost you $100, an hour or something like that, and they may go there once every quarter. So a customer there might be worth $300, $500 or something like that, depending on how long the massage therapist keeps that customer. So the massage therapist may not be able to pay as much for certain services And there could be a limit of how many people that they have. So that's where choosing your niche is important here. And choosing a niche where you can have the business be able to scale and grow as a result of your services. Where, again, if you're a massage therapist and you're a one-person shop, there's only so many hours in the day, that so many massages that you could do, and then at that particular point, then they may not be able to pay you $500 or $800 a month for your services, like a roofing company, or maybe even a landscaping company. If you could show them the value of how you're growing their business, they may only be able to pay $200 a month or $100 a month. So just keep that in mind when you're dealing with these things, that their customers maybe aren't worth as much as other businesses. So let's hop over here again. So let's just say we're dealing with like a base high-level website, and this is like you're giving them this, right? Now, you could charge them for this if you wanted to. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to give it away. You can say, hey, would you like this site? I can give you this site for $300, and it will be how much? Let's just look here. For the base, like GoHighlevel website and the website chat widget, because you don't want to have a website without putting the website chat widget on there. So you can say, I'm going to charge you anywhere from like $97 to $147 a month. Now, I want to explain to you, $97 a month is how much the lowest GoHighlevel plan is. Remember the one I told you get 3 accounts, 1 for your business and 2 for paying customers? So again, if you have that service and you get just one person with a website that's going to be able to pay you to host their website with website chat widget and so forth for $97, you're already covered your cost for your business, and now you're at a break-even cost on the software. You get another client, and now you're making money every month. Does that make sense? So at least you're able to cover your software costs and then grow your business slowly. For those people who don't have the time to maybe go into this full time, if you want to start this part-time where you're still working a 9-to-5 job, you continue to build and work on this and adding 3 or 5 clients a month until you get to the point where you're making $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 or more per month from just these customers and services. Now you can quit your job and start doing this full time. So you can do this piecemeal. So keep moving on here. If you want to add the AI chatbot feature, so again, the website chat widget, if you want to add the AI feature in here, which allows the automatic communication that we saw. And again, with this, by the way, here, I have a whole other a much longer frequently asked question. I don't have it built on this site, but I do have a much larger frequently asked question document that's in my training whenever you get this website. So you'll have access to that to help you build this as well. So adding that AI bot could be another $97. So now if you're saying, hey, if you want the website chat widget, and the AI feature where people can answer questions and book service appointments, okay, then that would be 97 plus 97. Just call it 197. So now they're paying you $200 a month for those services, okay? Now, if they want a custom GoHighlevel site, remember we talked about that, a custom site being built, well, then this is where you go to Fiverr, find out how much Fiverr is going to charge you for it, and then you double that or whatever, and then that's how much you charge your client for doing that. So that right there, again, I put $500 to $1,500. But then now you may very well get people who want like larger, more custom professional sites. Now, if you're just starting out, I probably would say stay away from these. For these, I mean, you can make money on them, but just I don't want to overwhelm you if you're just kind of getting started with this. But if you did, there is other people here on Fiverr that do WordPress website designs. So if you wanted to look like this guy here, 483, 4.9. So if you come here and look at their premium service, who cares? Even if it's $300 here, they're going to build you a website, 10-day delivery, unlimited revisions. And this is something where you say, hey, I've got a website that I need 8 pages. Here's the way the layout's going to be. This is the way they want designed. If you even give them a link to maybe an existing WordPress site and say, we want something that looks like this, they could say, well, I could do it for you for $500. Great. So now you've got a bid from this person for $500, and you could do this a couple times. Now you come back over to your client and say, well, to do this, it's going to be $2,000 for us to build this custom site out, and you're going to have to now pay me to host this inside of the Highlevel platform. So now that's, besides getting the $2,000, so you're paying $500 to the Fiverr person, you keep $1,500 for your own self for making the deal happen. And from that point on, now you can sit back and include all the other features like, hey, do you want the chat widget and AI? That's another $197 a month. Do you see what I mean? So you can charge for the website build, and you can actually charge for this monthly recurring services. So now what I want to do, now that we've kind of talked about that, and you can charge more if you want to, all they can do is tell you no. What I want to do is sit back and add some additional services that Highlevel has that, depending upon how good you feel, I'm trying to open your mind here and help you understand that once you get your foot in the door, once they say yes, and once you give them a website and they start seeing progress, maybe on the 2nd month or the 3rd month, you might say, well, I tell you what, I notice you're not getting a lot of reviews. How do you handle your Google reviews? Like when you go out and you do a job, how do you ask the person for a review, or do you? Well, what if I could tell you that we can put a system in place that every time you do that job, it will send them a text message or an email, and say, hey, we'd love to be able to get your review and feedback. Click here to leave us a review. And then not only that, once this is one of the things that Google likes is whenever somebody leaves a review, Google wants you to come back and reply to that review. They want you to leave a reply to the person who gave you a review. And if you don't do that, then your Google Business Profile search performance goes down. Now, the good thing about it here is AI inside of the Highlevel platform, it's in a different area, can automatically reply to those reviews for you. So Highlevel can, number one, automatically send out texts and emails every time you get done with the job to a particular customer to ask and get a review. And then once you get a review, the AI system inside of Highlevel can actually respond to that, making it a completely self-contained system where the company doesn't have to do anything except look and wait and get more and more reviews. So that right there is a benefit. Now, how much is that worth? So just keep in mind, what if somebody had to reply to these reviews? How much work does it take to go out and talk to people and leave a card and send an email and text message? And then when they get the review, to leave that message. This could be hours per month. And I'm just saying 5 or even 10 hours per month in total amount of time for people doing this throughout the entire month. Well, how much is an hour of time worth to a landscaper in this kind of case? 5 hours. If it's 80 an hour, 100 an hour, well then you're saving them at the minimum 5 hours, that's $500, or even 10 hours, which is $1,000. So $500 to $1,000 worth of their time, if you forgive the expression, that's how much you're charging. You can sit back and charge them $147, $247, or even more for you to completely maintain that entire system. So when you talk to people about that, business owner, they understand, hey, I'm saving you 10 hours a month. I'm giving you a complete system, and all you're going to start doing is start getting more and more reviews every single month. So the reviews you've got 10 will be 20, then 50, then 80, then 100. Then as you get more and more clients, you're going to get more and more reviews just like that regularly on autopilot. That's what's going to happen. So that's another service that you could sell. Calendaring, if they don't have a calendaring or scheduling service, you could offer that for free. It's very easy to do to set up a calendar inside of Highlevel. I have another video on my YouTube channel for that. So if you want to, you can take a look at that. But if you want to, you can charge them another $97 or give it to them for free. It's completely up to you. But are you starting to see now how you can start building on these services and packaging multiple things together depending upon your client, their needs, and if it really matches what they're looking for? So it's perfect. Now, one of the other things that I haven't really talked about, and this is a complete other training I'm giving you, is called the Missed Call Text Back. Real briefly, let's just say inside of the Highlevel platform, there's a phone system that's actually inside of Highlevel. You can have a phone number, and you make that phone number public for your client. So their regular business number, they don't lose it. Their customers can still call them, but now you have a phone number inside of Highlevel that people call publicly from Google, Facebook, and things like that. Let's just say somebody calls and nobody answers the phone. Well, the Highlevel system can automatically reply back with a text message saying, hey, I just saw you called. I'm sorry, this is Serenity Scape Landscaping here. And I just saw that you called here. How can we help you? Are you looking to schedule a call for an estimate? And they might respond, no, I'm looking to get something other than that done. Well, guess what? Inside of the AI system, if you take a look here, one of the things that you can actually do is this AI system here actually responds to the SMS messages inside. So now that missed call text back, you actually can respond to that person who called you all via text message and have AI do it for you. So the same way here, the same way that this AI system worked on the website chat widget, it works with this missed call text back. So the good news here is that the business will never miss a call again. They stop missing phone calls, and instead of the person now, what happens if a customer's here and they try to call this turf guys and these people don't answer? What are they going to do next? They're going to go down to the next one on the list and call that person. Well, guess what? What happens if before you get a chance to call this person, I send you a text message, or the GoHighlevel system sends you a text message saying, hey, I saw you just called. I'm sorry you missed your phone call, blah, blah, blah. And now you can create a text conversation with that person to get that customer booked, answer all the questions, just like on the website chat widget, and actually book an appointment, all using the AI chat, the AI system. How much would that be worth? So again, watch my free training. I give you a whole other snapshot with a lot of stuff inside of that can help you out with this if somebody wants it. But that's another $147, $197 a month. I mean, just think of how much automating and how much time savings. Now the business owner doesn't need to respond to all these phone calls at the end of the day because your system is responding to them in real time as they're calling. So again, I don't know if you realize it, but if you ever talk to a landscaping company, at the end of the day, or during lunch, they may have 5 or 10 people call them. They could be existing customers, it could be new customers. We're focusing on new customers here, but this is a huge time savings. They don't have to call people back throughout the day. People get their questions answered, and you can book a session or book the business online. Pretty cool. A couple of other things I want to explain here, if you're so willing. Social media management. This is another big one that businesses like to do. They like to post. They may even have hired a social media management company to create posts for them on Instagram and Facebook, and do reels and things like that. Well, if you wanted to, there's a whole system inside of Highlevel called the Social Planner. If you click on this and you come inside of this area for marketing, it's called the Social Planner. This is where it can connect to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. It connect to all of these platforms: TikTok, X, YouTube, Pinterest. So it's got connections to all the social media. So if you do social media management, you can actually migrate your clients into Highlevel and then start selling them some of these other services as well. So this could be a good entry point as well if you do social media management, create social media content. And this thing right here, by the way, not only can you post, it has a scheduler. It has an approval process, so you can actually put your post in there, get approval from the business owner before it goes live. It has all of that stuff. There's another video on my YouTube channel that goes over the social media planner. Go check it out if you're interested. But if you want it, that's another $297 to $397 service. And if you wanted to, let's just talk about landscaping. Some of these landscaping companies definitely have to have a billing system, like an invoice or billing system. Well, if they're paying for a billing system, guess what? Highlevel has an invoicing and billing system directly built inside of the platform itself that you can actually do. So if you wanted to, again, if they buy these other packages, you might include invoicing and billing for free. If not, charge them another $150 to $197 or even $97 a month. But what I'm looking at here is, let's look at all of these different services here. 97, then another 97. Then you're charging them reputation management, another 147. Do you see how you can quickly get to $500, $600, $700 by providing these small businesses services that they desperately need? So this is just, websites are a good way to get in, and hopefully you've got a lot of great information in this training regarding websites, how to prospect people, how to connect people, and things like that, how to go get additional support from like Fiverr or even some other sites to help build these websites if you don't know how to. But I give things to you. I give all these sites to you. Just take a look at my website channel. Again, the link is in the description. But guys, if you've gotten a couple of nuggets from here about sort of a realization that I could build a business with this, I can make this thing happen over the next 30 days using this training and the additional training that I have on my YouTube channel, give me a like. Right now, I'm really trying to grow this channel. YouTube loves it when you like, you interact. I'm creating more and more of these videos and giving more and more things away. So click on the subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get notified whenever I post new things. Guys, thank you for hanging in there with me. I appreciate it. One last thing that I would ask from you is that if you do go through all the training and you do want to sign up here, follow the link in my description. I have a ton of other bonuses. If you think I'm giving away good stuff here, I have a ton of other stuff inside of other snapshots and things that I give my affiliates to sign up for it, including access to me, coaching, and so forth. So guys, I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much. And again, thanks for visiting.